Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you the 4th weekly mutation for co-op missions, and this weekly mutation is called Bad Weather. And the description for this weekly mutation is: Amon's forces tear through reality and make landfall across Augustgrad as tornadoes rampage throughout the city. Can you weather the storm and close the rifts before it's too late? Now, this co-op mission, which is Rifts to Korhal, has 2 mutations. The first mutation is Void Rifts. Void Rifts periodically appear in random locations and spawn enemy units until destroyed. And the second mutation is Twister, which is tornadoes move across the map, damaging and knocking back player units in their path. Now I'm going to be doing this mission on Brutal difficulty, and I'm also going to show you what mastery skills I'm going to be placing for my character Karax, my Commander Karax. And I've got, as you can see, I've got one on unspent point here. I'm going to put that in for structure and life shields. So now I've got 20% for structure and life shields. I'm going to also use my repair beam healing rate, and I've got that at 10%. And then my initial and maximum Spear of Adun energy is at plus 27. Now, yes, I am using Karax again for this co-op mission. I tried playing as Zagara twice, and I completely failed both times. Zagara was extremely difficult to play this co-op mission on. And I also tried playing as Raynor, and I had much better luck playing as Raynor, but as the mission went on, there was just too many units attacking, and I could not keep up, and eventually ended up losing. Now I am playing with my friend again, Opdino, and he is playing as Vorazun, which happens to be, I believe, his only level 15 character. So we found Karax and Vorazun once again to be a very effective combo, and I suggest you guys use this combo to beat this weekly mutation mission. If you guys get sick of watching me play as Karax, please let me know, because I will try to play another commander and show you guys some other type of gameplay for these weekly mutation videos instead. Also, if there are any subscribers that want to play with me, make sure to let me know in the comments. If you are in the North American server, I will be able to add you. Otherwise, I will not be able to add you. So just letting you guys know that. Alright, so let's get this started. So, the main thing I'm going to be doing in this mission, as I did in my last weekly mutation video, I'm going to be using photon cannons, shield batteries, and Kadarin monoliths. Yes, I looked up the name. I'm almost positive, pretty darn positive, 99% sure that's how you pronounce it. Kadarin monoliths, which are extremely powerful defensive structures that have superior range and damage, but they are very expensive and attack slowly. That's a description right there. So these Kadarin monoliths are going to be pretty darn essential in this playthrough. They cost 300 minerals and 100 gas, whereas your photon cannon, which is also going to be very essential, they cost 150 minerals. And then there's going to be 3 upgrades that you're going to want to get as soon as possible. There's also 4 upgrades. Well, I think about, let's see, 6 upgrades actually from the Solar Forge. But mainly from the Forge itself, you're going to want to get this first upgrade, which is Enhanced Targeting, and that's Photon Cannons, Kadarin Monoliths, and Shield Batteries gain +2 range. That's a very important upgrade to get. The next one you're going to want to get is Optimized Ordnance, and that increases the attack speed of Photon Cannons and Kadarin Monoliths by 25%. So that's huge. I mean, increase your attack speed, you're going to increase your damage per second, and you're going to kill enemies just that much quicker. So very, very essential. And then the final upgrade you're going to want to get from the Forge is Fortification Barrier. And that allows shield barriers to grant target structures a barrier that absorbs up to 100 damage for 10 seconds. And that's 100 minerals and 100 gas. And I didn't mention this just a second ago, but Optimized Ordnance is 200 minerals and 200 gas. And Optimized, or Enhanced Targeting is 200 minerals and 200 gas. So you're gonna want to get those Vespene geysers taken care of right away. Try to get your gas, start mining your gas as soon as you can. And then with these waves that are coming right from the start, the first couple waves, I mean, you could build a couple extra photon cannons. I didn't do that, but I just used my orbital strikes. Don't feel afraid to use your orbital strikes or solar lances in the beginning, because your energy regenerates so fast from that solar forge, and getting upgrades from your solar forge will just further enhance the regeneration rate that your energy will regenerate. So yeah, make sure to get those upgrades right away. There also is going to be one upgrade at the Twilight Council that I'll show you guys eventually once I get there, but this upgrade will also enhance your shield batteries. Now, something that I'm going to do a little bit different in this mission, Mutator mission, is I'm going to be actually using Energizers. And I should have used Energizers before. I didn't actually, I mean, I play Karax a lot, but I didn't actually realize how good the Energizers were for defenses. I forgot that they actually increase your attack speed of your structures. So if you have an Energizer and it's by, like, say, your photon cannon, I think it can upgrade the attack speed of that specific photon cannon and however many photon cannons are around it, depending on how much energy it has, but by 25%. So if you have that increased attack speed upgrade that I told you about, which is, let's see here, I think it's optimized, let's see here, optimized Ordnance. If you get that upgrade, which is increased attack speed of photon cannons and Kadarin monoliths by 25%, and then you've got an Energizer by that photon cannon, you're going to have like a 50% increased attack speed. And that's pretty darn huge. So what I'm going to do is I throw down about 4 Energizers by each little outpost of defenses I have. And you can throw down more than that, because I'm sure the more you have, the better, because like I said, the Energizers only have so much energy and they have to regenerate it over time. So, but yeah, throw down about like 4 or 5 of them by each little outpost of defensive structures you have, and then you should be having some really good attack rates. Now this is right where we're looking right now. This is a little trick I like to use with Karax. Just put a bunch of photon cannons down by those rocks by the expansion, and you won't even have to build any units, and you can just take out the rocks for both yourself, and your teammate. And that'll just, that helps the team as a whole, and it's going to help you win. You want to get those expansions as soon as you can, especially on this mutation. It's really hard to actually get those expansions. When I was playing as Zagara, I was just struggling so much to get my expansion. I couldn't get it. I mean, the enemies just kept coming in, and as they kept coming in, I was so focused on destroying the enemy that I just didn't find time to actually expand, or even destroy the rocks, that is. I mean, all it takes is a couple Bane lanes, or a lot of Bane lanes, and you could just run them straight into those rocks, but finding minerals to actually get that expansion after those rocks are destroyed was really hard. So, while playing as Karax, you can just throw down, a couple photon cannons at both rocks, so your teammate doesn't even have to worry about it. And then, since you have structures or defenses in place, you can. It's a lot easier to save up minerals while playing as Karax and get that expansion going. Now, you don't have to have your teammate play as Vorazun to beat this mission, but it's very, 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 very helpful to have one of you be playing as Karax. I think a really good combo, I don't know, let me know what you guys think if you try this out, but I think a good combo would be Raynor and Karax, just because Raynor can spawn so many Marines and those Fire Bats and the Medics at the same time, and I feel like Raynor would have a really good offensive against the enemy on this mission, but you never know. My teammate, my friend Opdino, he happens to use Void Rays in this playthrough, and those work out very well. But I'm pretty sure if you used Raynor and used a bunch of Marines, that'd be just fine as well. or pretty much anyone you can think of that has really good attack. It's just if one of you is playing as Karax, that person needs to focus on defense, and then your teammate needs to be primary offense, and he needs to stop worrying about the defensive end. You just have to trust each other that you're going to do your part of the mission. So these rifts that spawn are a total pain in the butt. I didn't realize this when I was playing right from the beginning of this mission. As long as those rifts are alive, it's pretty obvious, but they don't go away until you destroy them. So if they keep spawning and spawning and spawning, eventually you're going to have this huge, endless wave of units that just wash over your base. It's like a tidal wave of units that just come to the front of your base and completely obliterate everything that you have. When I was playing as Agara, I didn't realize that those rifts don't actually disappear until you destroy them, and there was probably like 10 of those rifts spawned at the same time, and all of a sudden, just at one point, these units just massed up along with enemy wave that was coming as well, and the enemy wave plus the rift spawning units just completely destroyed my team in one go, and that was it. So as soon as you can, destroy those rifts. And I'm making sure as soon as the enemy wave comes, I'm using my abilities on that. I'm using my Orbital Strike and my Solar Lance to kill that right away. I'm also trying a lot harder than I was my last Mutator mission to actually use my Chrono Boost ability. That thing's essential. If you want your upgrades done right away, use your Chrono Boost once the cooldown is finished. You can probably finish, if you time it right, you could probably finish at least 4 upgrades. I mean, depending on how many forges and the Solar Forge that you have. But I think you could at least get 1.5 upgrades done from your Solar Forge. And if you have, 3 forges built, you could probably get maybe 4 or 5 upgrades done from those forges. Just because when you have the Chrono Boost going, it upgrades so fast that I think you can almost get 2 upgrades done from one structure. But that's just my guess. And the further you upgrade Karax, you can upgrade I believe you can upgrade the upgrade time. So if you upgrade, say, shield of your units and your structures, then the higher you upgrade Karax in the mastery levels, you can actually upgrade that upgrade time, or the research time for actually getting that upgrade. So instead of being 60 seconds, you can reduce that by like 20% or 10%, and it would only be 54 seconds thing, because take off 6 seconds. Or if it was 20%, you would take off 12 seconds. So it's very beneficial to get those mastery levels, but it takes a while. I mean, if you guys have been watching how much experience, after this mission you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know how high of a level you guys are, but I'm at level 29 right now, and after this mutation, after I have a victory on this mission, I'm going to only gain 3 levels from like 200,000 experience. So it takes a while. It takes a while to level up nowadays. And I'm pretty sure you can go up to a max of 80, I think. Let's see here. There's 3 sections that you can upgrade, and then there's 2 things that you can upgrade in each section. And I believe you can upgrade each of those special upgrades 20 times. So, or is it 10 times? Maybe it's 10 times. So, if you have 3 sections, and then you can upgrade 10 times in each one, that's 20, 40, 60. So maybe, no, I think it's 80 levels. I don't know. Let me know, guys, in the comments, how many levels are there in the Mastery? I haven't actually checked Wikipedia or whatever the StarCraft website is for answers such as that. But I think the max level is 80. That's my current guess. As you can see, I still have 4 upgrades left in my Solar Forge. There's only 3 items to upgrade in there, but that one upgrade, which regenerates your Solarite faster, that you can upgrade to a maximum of 3 times. Kind of like your shield upgrade, you can upgrade 3 times. So, gotta make sure to do that. And I haven't really talked about the structure of my base very much, or what I'm doing right now. If you have been watching closely, I have a wall of defenses right in the center. I've got a wall of defenses at my teammates' expansion, and then I've got a wall of defenses at my expansion. I've also created a little outpost towards the right of the screen where that pirate ship spawned. And the reason I created the little outpost of defenses over there is because a lot of those rifts like to spawn in that little corner there. Eventually I'm going to start building some photon cannons in K-Darren. Well, I don't think I'm going to build any K-Darren monoliths out in the middle, but I'm going to create a little outpost in the middle to try and instantly destroy those rifts the best I can. I'm going to put those photon cannons out there, but they're not going to last very long just because the waves are so relentless. The enemy units are so relentless in this mission. And right about now is where I realized how good those energizers were, so I'm going to build a couple more warp gates and start building those more often. Now, as you can see, I just used my solar lances to destroy that those enemy waves. That was a huge, nasty force. Honestly, I have no idea how you can beat those oncoming waves with just units. It's so nasty how many they send at you. I mean, Karax is so extremely strong, and his defenses are so good. Especially with the shield batteries, you can just keep repairing. So, I mean, I may not even have had to use my solar lances on that enemy wave just because Karax is so good. But I seriously don't know how to actually... I don't know how you would actually beat that without Karax. Those waves are just so nasty. So I challenge you guys to try and beat this mutation on brutal difficulty without using Karax. But, I mean, feel free to use my strategy. It's just if you guys are feeling up to the challenge, I want to see if you can actually beat this mission without using this commander. Because I honestly don't know how to. It's very difficult. Now, another co-op or mutation I'm kind of afraid of is the Temple of the Past mission. That's that co-op mission where you have the temple in the center, and then enemy waves come from all 4 directions. I am kind of afraid of what kind of mutator mission they're going to actually have for that specific co-op mission. It's already really difficult, and I just wonder how brutal they can actually make it. I mean, I figured out ways. I think that Temple of the Past is very doable without using... I mean, you can use pretty much any character to beat Temple of the Past, and it's not that bad once you play it a couple times. But adding in a weekly mutation to that mission just adds a whole nother aspect of difficulty. I mean, this is Rifts to Core Hall. This mission is easy without... I mean, you do this mission on brutal difficulty, pretty much... you can do this mission with pretty much any commander and beat this mission fast. This is one of the easier missions out of all the co-op missions. But this mutation is so difficult because of these darn rifts that keep, as you can see, are spawning everywhere. I'm trying to build defenses to try and occupy these rifts, but it's just they keep spawning over and over and over. And I haven't really been showing you guys my teammates at all, but if you look at the map, he's been doing work. He's been clearing out these void shards really efficiently, and using those void rays has been working out quite well for us in this playthrough. like I said, we used I was Raynor before, and he was also playing as Vorazun. And that time, I was able to bunker down, kind of like with Karax, with defenses, but the units were able to just break through our defensive line. The defenses for Raynor just aren't strong enough. I mean, I upgraded our bunkers, the bunkers for Raynor all the way, and even with SCVs repairing those bunkers, the enemy waves were able to just break straight through our defensive line, and it just didn't work out very well. So, but yeah, go Karax and Vorazun, and you should be able to do just fine on this mission. And make sure to use a ton of shield batteries. If you got the minerals, build shield batteries. Those things are what make Karax good, because you're pretty much making your structures, you know, almost invincible using if you have a bunch of shield batteries. Unlimited energy, almost.
A bonus objective will expire soon.
As you can see, we only have 3 primary main objectives left. We aren't going to be getting the last pirate ship, unfortunately. Sorry guys, I'm not going to be getting that bonus objective for you in this video, but I think it's doable. It might be doable. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I am going to say to get that additional pirate ship, you would have to really have this mission under control. We, unfortunately, do not. We only have 4 minutes left before we lose, and we need to destroy these last 2 main objectives. We are clearing out this area a bit, but these oncoming this wave right here, they just spawned like 5 Thors, battle cruisers, and they even have those Titans, and those all attack air units. Since my teammate happens to be using all Void Rays, that really, you know, that hampers what we are trying to do. It sure doesn't help us. And I also would like to point out, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even 13. There are 13 rifts right now. That is the kind of stuff that makes you lose. Like, I'm quite surprised that we didn't actually lose this mission. We're going to get down to the very brink. I think we only have 30 seconds left. But I just have so many defenses in place that, I mean, I guess that is why we didn't lose this mission. But my teammate is doing a really good job of microing his units too. So that was definitely essential as well. But there's so many rifts right now that units just keep coming and destroying all of the defenses I have in place. And if you're really on top of your game, I would suggest having, like, maybe, I don't know, if you are doing our strategy and using Void Rays as Vorazun, at least have like maybe 5 Void Rays just to go around and destroy those rifts that spawn throughout the map. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to kill these rifts. If you have like maybe 3 or 4 Void Rays, you could take out the rift in, you know, a couple seconds. That's all it takes. They're not very tough. It's just you want to take those out before they start spawning the units, because they can spawn units that actually do damage to anti-air units. They don't just spawn ground attacking units. I mean, obviously they spawn Marines, but I think they actually can spawn air units sometimes, and spawn hybrids, which do nasty amounts of damage as well. But as you can see, we are down to the last minute, and we're getting pretty darn close. At this point, I just gave up on the defenses at home, and I said I'm going to protect your Void Rays until we actually win this. I don't think their enemy wave... Well, yeah, I think their enemy wave was breaking through a little bit, but we made it. And sometimes you just have to give up your base in order to finish off the mission. So I'm going to show you how much experience I got for this mission. Like I said, I think it was around 220,000 experience. It was pretty darn nice. And that includes the first one of the day bonus, because I had not actually won a co-op mission yet today. Let's see here. 237,000 experience. It was a nice bonus. I also got 2 achievements on that. One was for level 30 and another was for bounty I don't actually know what that achievement was. Maybe for getting a certain amount of bounties in co-op mission playthroughs. But yeah, once again, playing with my friend Abdino. He's a very good teammate. He's very helpful. And once again, I'm willing to play co-op missions or anything with you guys, my subscribers. And if you happen to be a subscriber and want to play with me, I am definitely willing to record our gameplay. Doesn't matter if we win or lose. I will post it on my channel and give it some commentary. It should definitely be a lot of fun. What I would really like to do is, if any of you guys are down, I would like to do a free-for-all and record that free-for-all. I really love playing free-for-all matches. It would be fun to like maybe do 3-player free-for-all, and one of my ultimate goals would be to get a 8-player free-for-all going. I think that would be awesome, and maybe we could find a really fun modded map that someone created that would have just like one central area that you can all join and fight in one huge battle against each other. I think that would be awesome. But so that was this weekly mutation, and I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. Once again, sorry I'm playing as Karax again. I know that's kind of redundant, but hopefully in this next weekly mutation to come out, I will play as a different commander. And I hope you guys enjoy this commentary, and mostly, I hope this was helpful for everyone. So thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. It's going to be some other gameplay, or some other game I'm going to be playing in the next one. Maybe it'll be Hearthstone again. Who knows? But thank you for watching. See you guys.